Welcome to MusicMoveIt.com, and today I am going to talk about the top 4 reasons why artists and bands tend to fail. Now, number 4, artists and bands tend to think that everything is free. Everything should come to them. And the reality is, nothing is free, especially when you're independent. You need to invest money in your music career. If you're not signed, you're the one who's the label. You got to put money into yourself. That means, you got to manufacture your albums. You have to buy color posters, color postcards, all the promotional stuff. You even sometimes have to pay just to get on a tour. I know that sounds ass backwards, but in the beginning, sometimes you can get opportunities where you can open for a big name. Nothing is free. Just always remember that. There's always a price to pay somewhere to get to where you want to be. So that mentality has got to stop. You're not going to get shit free. You can only go so far by doing free promotion. You got to pay for promotion. You got to pay a street team. There's so much out there that you have to pay for. It's not just free. These people just don't think you're an amazing artist and they're going to do everything for free for you. It's not how it works. It's a business, and other people need to get paid too when they're helping you promote. That's just how it is. Number 3, a lot of artists and bands are afraid of sacrifice. A lot of them are set in their ways. They have a regular job and then they do the music thing also part-time. So, a lot of people have families, they have jobs, and they're afraid to make the jump and sacrifice to make their music career for the forefront. So, it's a huge step, and if it's just something you got to really think about if it's worth willing to do. Like if you already have a fan base that's starting to pick up and things like that, then maybe it might be worth the jump, but it just depends. You really got to work it. If you feel like you could have a big, huge career out of this and you have a good fan base and you're doing tons of shows and you're starting to make money, then maybe it is worth it to sacrifice and make the jump to almost full-time music. So it's hard for a lot of artists and musicians, but a lot of them fail because they don't make that jump. So just keep that in mind. Number 2 is that a lot of artists and bands just have no hustle. A lot of people are just lazy. They don't know how to build a fan base. They just don't want to do it. They're just lazy. They think they're a superstar already, so they just kind of lounge around and wait for things to happen. But it's not like that. You must hustle your music. You have to build your fan base. You have to collect email addresses, get people to your website, get people to your shows, build your social media so people can interact and connect with you, and then they'll hopefully pay money to buy your music, to buy your merchandise, and to go to your shows. And that's the thing. Some of these artists and bands think they're the gift to the world, and they think everything is going to come to them, but it won't. You got to hustle it. You got to put yourself out there in front of people and do what you got to do to make the money. Number 1, a lot of artists and bands do not look at the big picture. It kind of coincides with everything else I said prior, but if you have the local artist mentality, you will stay a local musician, artist, band. You got to look at the big picture. There's a whole world out there, a whole world of potential fans out there. You got to think global. You could go slowly. You could think statewide first. Think nationally first, go global. It's just, keep expanding. You must look at the big picture. Too many local artists are too caught up in the local scene. They're too worried about other local bands, what they're doing, and, they hate on other local bands and artists, and you just get caught up in that local mentality. These bands will never, ever become anything more than just local. They keep playing the same local clubs, local bars. They never expand. You must look at the big picture. If you do that, you will have a great opportunity to expand your music career to where you want it to be. So with that being said, if you want more tips on how to release an album, visit www.yourmusicrelease.com. Pick up the ebook. It's a wonderful guide to releasing an album start to finish. Tons of tips, great advice. Pick it up today. We shall see you soon. Thank you.